What's up, Kick? Good morning. CX crew is coming through.
There's a fair few CXs in the chat already. That's to be expected, I reckon. How you guys all doing? Fake, recognize fake. Eddie X Ice. Hell yeah, let's go, fakers. We've got Mad Lad here with the CX. We got Yerp here with the CX. We got Gator Prince. We got Tomba Slip. We got Pink here. We got One Vanity here. We got Meckery here. We got Methylmino. I Don't Miss Ya is here. Dark Wizard wins here. Chiggy's here. We got Kinky Cater, Hez Ferrandi, YG, AABB. We got Aiden's Queef. We got I Kinky Belik. We got Ping Pong, Mod CX Cleaner. A lot of people here. Tons of people here, rather. How you guys all doing? Hope you're well. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing good, man. I'm out here in Atlanta for DreamHack. I know everyone's been seeing the pictures on socials, man. It is popping off. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. We got XQC that's rolling in today. That'll be a lot of fun. We got CuteBot that's doing a meet and greet. We got Chef Bugrug that's doing an activation right now, opening up the morning for us. We had Rick Vieira, who's doing a giant DJ set for us out in the lobbies of DreamHack as people come in. It is fully Kick look, Kick has taken over DreamHack. DreamHack has been an amazing, amazing host. The couple days before, man, we went to Todd Harris's Creator Summit. He had us on some panels. We got to meet a ton of other people across like the TikTok community, across Instagram, man. It's been great. Look, a lot of people save up to travel for one con a year. Our community, Eddie, shows out for like 2, 3, or 4, and it amazes me, man. So Dallas was massive. Atlanta is bumping right now. Actually, Ice Poseidon came out to the one in Dallas not too long ago, and he had a lot of nice things to say about it, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I saw you you made friends with W Vagabond.
yeah. Me and look, W Vagabond. He's very, very outspoken. Yeah, we had a very candid conversation, man. It was good. I think W Vagabond's the kind of guy who can show up IRL, man to man, shake your hand, listen to comments, give the comments, give a couple fuck yous, take a couple fuck yous. So it was a good conversation, man. His wife was there filming, or his girlfriend, or his special lady friend was there filming all of it. It was good. It was actually a great conversation where it was kind of like, it's kind of the same conversation that we had with Devin Nash, where Devin Nash comes in with a bunch of numbers, a bunch of stats, and we're kind of like, yes, but no. Yeah, we kind of see what you're saying, but your numbers are maybe a little off. Or I think my message to W Vagabond is like, hey, W Vagabond, like, I think someone's kind of selling you the dream. Someone's leading you by a carrot and stick. And while you may be on a hot trail, let me assure you that Eddie or Bajan do not want to pay out for inflated views no more than you do. So I think his heart was in the right place, because he was genuinely saying like, hey, Eddie's a generous guy. I think KPP is an amazing program. I just don't want it to get hosed. And I was just like, agreed, man. I think Eddie's got it in full control. Like, if you can just concentrate on your content, I think that you would be 10 times the streamer you are now. I think that's kind of where I left it with.
The chat wants to know who folded. Did you fold or did he fold?
The only thing that was folding, guys, were the chairs that we were sitting on. Right? That was about it. Listen, I know a lot of people want to say this and that and the other, but W Vagabond was a complete gentleman. He was completely civil. That's the way it should be. We were both very, very direct, but I will leave that to chat to decide. But in my opinion, the only thing that were folding were the chairs.
Despite this newfound truce, how long do you think until you guys are best buds, or
2 hours?
So best buds
2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours. As soon as I hit the floor, he'll come back and he'll be like, you know what? I was thinking, because that's what happens. A man like that sits and thinks. He'll come back, but we welcome it. I welcome it. No worries at all.
W Vega fold. And Anyway, I shouldn't get caught up in the dramas of the Kick, but it's quite funny. It's always funny. There's some characters on Kick, right? That's the beautiful thing about Kick, right? It's a community. Like in any community, you've got characters, you've got unique personalities, you've got a huge array, you've got the lovers, you got the haters, you got everything in between, and that's what makes Kick Kick, you know? That's what makes live streaming live streaming. It's the W Vagabonds of the world, and you know the other crazy. W Vagabond's not crazy, but you know there's other colorful characters that just kind of make it all, you know, incredible, right? It really is. I love it. I love it. It's just the wild west of live streaming, and it's what makes live streaming so much fun. Anyway, we've got a pretty incredible guest today. I don't think anyone's here to actually see you or me or Andrew. They're all here to see Ice Poseidon. So let's probably bring him down.
Yeah, let's bring that. If you wouldn't mind bringing him down, like the controls are still messed up for me, man. But yeah, it's awesome to have Ice Poseidon on, man. He's been taking a little hiatus, so he was kind enough to join us, man. It's great.
Hello? Oh, he left. No, he doesn't want to be here. Wait, hold on. Wait, there we go.
I think he's been spending. I think.
Hello?
Hey. Hey, what's up, guys?
This guy's attic is incredibly clean right now. It's amazing.
Wow, it's been a long time. How are you doing?
It's all. I mean, I only. It's good. I'm good. I mean, I just woke up, so I'm fucking. I don't know. You guys you do this at 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's very early.
And you're just on the wrong side of the world. It's like 2 a.m. here in Australia, so slightly different scene right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess well, technically, it's early for you as well.
Yeah, fuck. Actually, you're right. Hey, Ice, where you been? It's been like how many months? You haven't been live. What's going on?
So, you know, I mean, I've just been taking some time to focus on my real life. You know, you gotta take some time off sometimes so you can stay sane. You know, if you stream all the time, you start going crazy, and you know, you gotta focus on yourself sometimes.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, but it's been how long has it been? 4 months. 4 months.
No, not 4 months. It's been 2 months.
No. Was that 5 months? I heard.
Dude, what are you talking about? You've lost all concept of time. It's like 4 months, man. Easy.
No, well, okay. End of August until now, it's like 2 months, maybe 2.5 months, something like that. I mean, you know, not any different than, you know, some of the times Aiden Ross takes off, right?
Yeah, fair enough. What are you coming back for? Is it like something planned yet, or?
Oh yeah, well tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming. So
wait, you're back tomorrow?
Yeah, coincidentally, tomorrow we have a cruise lined up. So me and a few other streamers gonna go. We're gonna stream on the cruise and you know, go from there.
Oh shit! I didn't even know. That's
an
awesome.
Ice Poseidon cruise. What is that? What is an ice? Is it? Did you like book a Carnival traditional cruise, or did you book your own private cruise and you're gonna do shit, or what is an Ice Poseidon cruise?
I mean, you know, not a private cruise. God, I wish. No, it's gonna be like a, you know, normal Royal Caribbean cruise. Couple streamers. You know, we're gonna go hang out with people and you know, talk with the random people on there. Usually, it's a bunch of weirdos that go on cruises, so it should be funny to.
You know what's great is there's no way to kick you off the boat.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised. They do have they have a jail in boats, and they can just leave you at the next place that they dock, and then you're stuck in Mexico or whatever.
Didn't you get kicked off one of these before? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, in Japan, we got kicked off a boat, but that wasn't because of anything we did, but, you know, they were just getting calls, and the calls, you know, were saying that we're going to be annoying, so they kicked us off the boat. You know, the typical, usual.
You don't think that's going to happen again when you head onto this this cruise?
I mean, I hope not. I don't think it would. You know, they're more anal in Japan, okay? They're a lot, they don't like streamers there.
Yeah, no, I think Japan is.
But I mean,
Japan
We'll
was
see. I mean,
good times.
there's gonna be like 5 or 6 different streamers on this boat. So I mean, we'll see. I don't know. It might be. They might find it fucking obnoxious.
Wait, who's with you, Ice?
It's gonna be me, your favorite Nick White, Hondro, Taman, Black Dave, and I think maybe Tazo. I don't know.
Gee, Tazo's just been in Australia for ages. He must have left.
Yeah, I think he's. I mean, I think he's flying. I don't know. Maybe he's not. I don't know. He said he wanted to go. It's like 12-hour flight to come for a 7-day cruise. So I don't know. Either way, I didn't invite any of these people. They just decided to buy.
Right now. He looks like he's coming. I don't know. It seems like chat's pretty much in agreement that it's going to be non-10, but I assume you're going to prove them wrong as always.
Here's the thing. I didn't invite any of these people. They just decided to buy tickets and come because they know what boat I'm going on, you know. Oh, and the Cobb Bros as well. They're going to come as well. But
Wait,
you know, originally it's supposed to the Cobb Bros, Action Man's two friends.
Oh, gotcha. Action Man's two friends.
Action Man has more than 2 friends.
Well, the 2, you know, main friends that he has, but yeah, you know, so it's kind of crazy. Originally, it was just supposed to be me, Nick, and Hondro, but then a bunch of people bought tickets, and it's like, all right, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Fuck it. Come along.
Fair enough. Well, that sounds. It should be awesome, though. I reckon. I guess as long as you don't kind of like get into a whole bunch of trouble and kicked off and left at like some random port in the middle of the ocean, then it should be pretty good, no?
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to happen with me. I mean, it might happen to some other people, but not me. I'm pretty well behaved. I would think, hopefully.
The last time we had Kick Talk, it was actually it was like a year ago. I think it was a little bit more than a year ago. It was actually really good. It was really, really, really good Kick Talk. Yeah, it's episode 9, so I think like over a year ago. I think, yeah, well, at that point in time, we're talking a bit about like moderation. I think we're talking about like all these events you're going to do, of which you did like one of them, which was good, or 2 of them, I think. There's a few ideas that didn't come to life, but a bunch of events. But just on the moderation side, what's your thoughts on moderation and where it's come in the last year and where it's at?
I mean, I think the moderation's good for the most part. I haven't really seen too many concerns or issues. You know, you really have to do some pretty extreme things to get banned. So I think the moderation's pretty good. I mean, I think Shuvy got banned a few days ago for no reason at all, which I was a part of his stream. So I thought that was stupid. But besides that, I don't think there's been any issues with moderation. I think it's pretty good.
Wait, what did Shuvy get banned for?
Okay, so we were on Chat Roulette, the monkey app, and you know, we were just talking to people, whatever. And then we came across this kid, and he was like, you know, I don't know, he going into the wrong places in life, right? He was like committing crimes and on house arrest and saying he robs people and all this stuff. So we were trying to convince him that there's more to life than robbing people. And, you know, maybe you can stay in school and, you know, try to make something of your life instead of just end up in jail. And his channel got banned because, you know, the kid was under 18, which I guess, like, okay, I get it. That's the rule. But I think that's a pretty stupid rule given the context that we were talking to the kid about. Like, we were trying to help the kid.
Yeah, that's a tough one, hey? So what, the kid was like under 18 or maybe like...
Yeah, the kid, he was a young kid. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. It's like, don't talk to people who are under 18 on Monkey, but I thought it was a pretty beneficial conversation. So something that the viewers could maybe, you know, relate to or something.
How long did he get banned for?
3 days.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think, yeah, that monkey stuff, like underage, like, it's a tough one. The context there of like trying to make, you know, the kid take a life of, you know, taking all your wisdom that you've accumulated over your life, Ice, and spreading that. It sounds like a very wholesome experience. But I think, yeah, when it comes to Comes to under 18 on Monkey, it gets a bit spicy. It gets a bit problematic.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
where-
there's just been too many people doing, too many weird things where it's like, okay, I guess let's just make it 100% like certain. Just don't do that. Like, don't do that. 18 plus.
I think where he got pinched is so when you ask how old are you, and if they say any number other than 18 or above, then our moderation team is kind of trained to be like, all right, this dude knows that this kid's 13 years old. He keeps talking to him. He's not skipping him. So I think that's why he might have gotten pitched. As soon as the kid said he was 13 and he moved on, then I think Shuvi would have been all right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I personally thought that it would have been beneficial to tell the kid, some advice, because he
Life
clearly
is good. Yeah.
clearly didn't have any support system in his life. So, I mean, but then again, I guess it's not our responsibility to do that. So, whatever.
That's a tricky one, man. That's a tricky one. Talking about bans, the chat wants to know what your thoughts are on Sam Pepper's ban. Do you think that was a fair ban or an unfair ban?
Well, so how long is he banned for?
I actually don't know. He's still banned.
He's looking for permaban. He's looking for permaban. He wants to hear permaban.
So, I mean, I think his ban is fair because, shooting fireworks, Roman candles at people it is dangerous. Like I've had Roman candles on my stream and I tell people not to shoot each other with Roman candles because, yeah, people do it. And most of the time it's fine, but it is, still dangerous. Like you could it could hit your eye or whatever. So, personally, yeah, I think his ban was fine, was just. Now, if it's a perm ban, I don't know if that would be just. I guess it depends on the damage that was caused to the other person. If they're like super fucked up, then yeah, I guess that could make sense.
Yeah. So you reckon permaban is a good idea?
If the other person is like fucked up, then I would say that's probably fine. But if it was just like minor injuries, then I'd say, hey, just, here's a 1 month ban, don't do it again type of thing.
And it happened to a kid, right? I think since it happened to a kid, it's kind of like, man.
Yeah, so that's another thing. It's like Sam, it was just a very stupid thing on his behalf. He shouldn't have done that. Shooting Roman candles, for one, is already dumb. Then doing it, to a kid is like, I mean, you're the adult here. You should know that that's dangerous.
But Ice, isn't that crazy? Think about that. Like, I understand that people start streaming. Like Sam Pepper's an OG in the space. He was very, very young when he started streaming. But like now you're pushing like 35, 38. You're nearly a 40-year-old dude shooting a Roman candle at a kid, popping the kid's eye. At some point, like where do you just evaluate things and just say, where the fuck have I taken my content? Like what the fuck has just happened?
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, yeah, he is a nearly 40-year-old man. So but yeah. No, I mean, I think the ban is just. I mean, yeah, you can't be shooting fireworks at kids. Like that's just at the end of the day. Whatever your intention was, it doesn't matter. It is still a very stupid thing to do. He should be starting a family instead.
I think in chat, is there any other bands we need to get Ice's take on? I tell you what, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Out of like everyone in the streaming world, I know a lot of people get asked for commentary on bands, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I genuinely think Ice is probably one of the most logical, well thought out people when it comes to looking at the context, the full picture. Like honestly, Ice, if you ever need a job, like you could just come and be like the head. No, we can't get rid of our current head of moderation because we love him too much. But you could become like a full-time advisor for like moderation. I reckon it would be like a perfect match. Actually, maybe I'm going to be careful saying that because that could get taken out of context and people take it the wrong way. But I'm genuinely serious when I say like, your logical way of looking at content creation and moderation after being on like the receiving end of like, you know, lots of tricky situations, I think is very mature. I genuinely trust it.
Would I have to move to Serbia for that?
Yeah, you would.
Oh man, that's pretty.
Hey, I was
don't know
just
if I
out
can do
there.
that.
It's really nice, man. It's actually beautiful. You know, it's like rural Serbia.
Have you
Yeah. It's
have
actually brilliant. It's incredible.
have you ever been there?
Yeah, dude, I was just there like 1 month ago, 2 months ago.
Oh really? All
You,
right.
you were there as well for a bit,
Uh,
no?
I didn't go to Serbia, but I went pretty close. I went to Hungary and Slovenia.
You were meant to do like a
Which
massive long like 60-day like thing, right? Over there.
Yeah, I went to Europe and I was doing a subathon. I think I did it for a month or something, or 3 weeks or something. So yeah, I mean it was nice, but I wouldn't live there; it'd be super boring. But if you want, I mean, moderation. I mean, how about this? I'll give you my takes for free. I'll be your free head of moderation from Austin, Texas. Whenever you
Honestly, I
guys
think,
ban somebody, just let me know.
When we have some heavy ones, I got one for you. Hey Eddie, I put up an image up there. If you wouldn't mind hitting watch stream on your end, should we unban this guy? Should we unban this guy? He approached me at DreamHack.
What did he get banned for?
Oh man, I think he doxed his girlfriend. They were in the drunk argument. He doxed his girlfriend at the end of the night. But I think, you know, in talking with the moderation team, like Lulz keeps getting banned. Like, I mean, I think he's got like 6 like serious bans. But this last ban was kind of indefinite. He's not really getting like a time frame. He started talking with a partners manager, so I don't know if they rectified anything. But he doxed his girlfriend in a heated argument. And his girlfriend was there. So his girlfriend was there. And you know, I didn't get into it. I was like, all right, how toxic is your relationship? Is this codependency? Like, did he like you know what's going on? I didn't get to make that assessment, but I know Lulz is a good guy. He's a good streamer. But what are your thoughts on unbanning?
We've got a poll running simultaneously on chat right now too.
So, I mean, I don't know exactly what happened or the context, but, you know, based on what you just told me, if he's, you know, maliciously doxing his girlfriend out of anger, then, I mean, obviously that's a ban. And if he has 6 other serious bans, then I would personally give him a longer ban because he's showing, you know, ill intent to, you know, do harm when he's angry, and that's a liability because obviously, you know, if somebody can't control their anger, maybe they do something in the future out of anger that's even worse than just doxing, right? Maybe they dox somebody else that, you know, it's more sensitive information, you know, things like that. So I mean,
so is it fair to look at the entire history of bans, or do you suggest that we ban according to each incident, right? Like, let's say he doxed someone and he did like all these other things, right? Do you just go from incident to incident, or are you the type of person who's like, man, yeah, this guy's getting banned every quarter, every 3 months, man. We got to send a bigger, stronger message. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay. I mean, if I own a company and the guy is constantly breaking the rules of the company, you know, it's going to get longer and longer and longer. And then at a certain point, it's like, okay, risk versus reward. What value does he bring versus the amount of liability that he is? And, you know, okay, if Lulz gets, I mean, people are going to hate to hear this, but if Lulz gets, you know, 10,000 viewers, I'd be more lenient because he brings a lot of value. If he has, you know, 200 viewers, there's not as much value, so the punishment's going to be harsher. You know, that's just the reality of the real world, you know, value versus liability.
That's a strong take, man. That's a very, very, very big take to have. But it's, yeah, I guess if you look at that from a business perspective, then yeah, it's
people will say it's, you know, favoritism, but it's not. like, yeah, like it's a little bit favoritism, but it's just business at the end of the day. And, you know, this is a business. So, you know, it's just,
Isn't that how athletes are treated, man? Isn't that how like big box office actors are
I guess like the
treated?
whole
Isn't
world
that
works,
like,
right?
isn't that how like the guy who wrote fucking code that dead scrolls your Google search? Isn't that guy living large and being a total asshole to everybody? Like, that's, yeah. I think you nailed it on the head. That a lot of people don't want to hear that. That business take.
yeah, I mean, I think to balance it, it's like, you know, you want to make sure that you are still handing out bans to people who are, you know, bigger streamers, but it's like, you know, I'm more talking about if they've been banned, you know, 6 times, 7 times. I mean, honestly, if there's a big streamer getting banned 6, 7 times, that could even be more of a liability than the smaller streamers, depending on what they do, because they are, you know, show it like it's a bad look for the platform, right? If they're getting banned, you know, a bunch of times, all these viewers are seeing it nonstop. So it just depends. It's very situational.
What was your ban for again, Ice? You've been banned once. I remember you got banned for something, and everyone was joking about it for a while.
I threw an egg out the window when I was
That's
driving.
right. The egg. Yeah. Would you think that was deserved?
Yeah.
Like, what's your like unbiased take on that ban?
I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, it was deserved. Like, I shouldn't be throwing eggs out of the car while I'm driving. You know, it's distracting, and I could crash the car. So, sure, like, yeah, that was a fine ban.
It wasn't hard boiled, was it? It was. I mean,
It was just a raw
hard
egg.
boiled. Yeah, raw egg like 3 day. Hard boiled probably a month.
Wait, what? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we're getting into the situation of the egg on ban lengths. But that's your only ban you've had on Kick, right?
Yeah, that is the only ban. I mean, I'm pretty good at following the rules. I think a lot while I'm live, and I do my best to think in my head, okay, how is this gonna look to everybody else? While like I'm still trying to do the content, and I'm still trying to be, you know, entertaining, but how is it gonna look, you know, optics wise? That's what I try to think. And sometimes I mess up, and sometimes my optics look really bad, but I do my best. You know, it's hard, especially when I do those 24/7 streams. You know, 24 hours a day. You're trying to, you know, be careful on stuff. It's not easy.
Dude, I was gonna say, yeah, like when you're doing IRL streaming and you're doing it for, say, I don't know, 30 days straight, you've got people like stream sniping you, you got crazy shit going on, you're like sleep deprived, you're like tired, like, and then at the same time, you're kind of like looking at every single thing out there in the world and like thinking, hold on, how could this go wrong? How do I avoid that? I take it, it's quite mentally draining, like, you know, essentially trying to remain on the right side of not just viewer, but public perception whilst doing like these, you know, pretty intense IRL streams where you're subject to kind of like a ton of scrutiny.
Yeah, I think during my scavenger hunt, there was, you know, there was a few situations that, you know, got that went viral that weren't like too good with contestants, but you know, it's a fine balance of, okay, I want to promote contestants to do content, but I also need them to not go viral for all the wrong reasons. So it's a hard balance sometimes.
The chat wants to know about Xena the Witch. What's your thoughts on that band?
Okay, so you know, when that event started, I told people off the rip, I'm like, okay, listen, if you're gonna use paintball guns, you do not do it in public. I don't even think you should use paintball guns for this because everything's in public. You cannot shoot people with a paintball gun in a public setting because of collateral damage to, you know, what if a paintball hits a random person that's not involved with the stream, right? That's a huge liability. So I said, don't even use paintball guns. She particularly didn't listen to that. And she's like, I got it, don't worry. And then she ended up shooting a random person with a paintball gun. So that's like, I mean, that was just completely, that was so stupid on her behalf.
She had like bounty hunters after her, people tracking her down. And that was a wild ride, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Xena's one of a kind. She was she was banned for something else on Kick, and she showed up to DreamHack Dallas and asked us to unban her, and like she had like a lot of conversations with like our trust and safety lead, and all of a sudden later in the day she just gets on the stage and just starts doing these wild dances, and we had to cut the camera away from the stage, and we're like we're like, didn't you just talk to us about being unbanned, man? So it's like it's like every other hour, like the content brain just like flips on, man. It's wild.
yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard sometimes if you're not. I've been a streamer for 10 years, 11 years. Like, so for me, I can see things a little bit more clearly. But a lot of newer streamers or people who aren't as experienced, they just they get carried away a little bit, and they're not thinking about the full picture.
I got a quick question for you. All right, so as you may or may not know, we did a deal with OTK, and it was for a series of episodes, and they've been killing it. They had like this old school RuneScape thing that they did. It did very well for us. Yada yada yada. They've been hit with a lot of stuff lately, a lot of turmoil, a lot of back and forth. I think you had a couple comments on it. Like we have a good relationship with those guys, right? And it's just kind of starting off, but like where do you kind of like sometimes I look at them and I'm just like, guys, just like Kick is the spot, right? Kick is the spot where you can like reinvent yourself and keep things moving. Or do you think that this is something just to let cool, or is this something that you just are like, hey man, like here are my thoughts on it. Like, what are your thoughts on what's going on with OTK and then what our relationship is with them,
I mean, that's quite a loaded question. You're talking about the Mizkif drama.
Yeah, it's all of it, right? It's all of it because I think it's all retrospective, right? Like they like
I mean, okay,
everyone's saying
I have no problem with OTK. I like a lot of those guys. I've met Asmongold in person. He's a cool guy. He actually, I mean, he lives like 10 minutes from my house. NMP, he's a cool guy. I knew him years ago. I have no issues with those guys. Personally, I don't like Mizkif because he kind of was an asshole to me for many years, and I kind of helped him get started with streaming, and then he blew up on Twitch, and then he was like, Ice Poseidon, who's that? Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. So yeah, and that was when I was at my lowest. So it's like, okay, so seeing him go through this drama now, very satisfying for me.
so what I'm hearing is you're just kind of picking it apart. You're like parsing it all out. You're saying like, hey, just because this one dude's a raging whatever, like leave the other guys out of it. The whole other lot is intact. Let them keep going because they're all individually powerhouses, right? Like Extra Emily's a powerhouse, Osman Gold's a powerhouse, Emery's a powerhouse. All these guys are powerhouses. It just seems that they hit just one just bad egg in the bunch, right? And then lastly, you're telling me that Mizkif comes off the CX tree? Like, could he be off the CX tree? Would he be considered a CX streamer if you go back into the
Oh man,
family tree of Ice?
You have no idea. I mean, Mizkif used to be my cameraman for my streams. And then he would, then he started streaming on Twitch, and then I told my viewers, hey, go check out this guy, and he got a boost in viewership from that. And then he met E-Rob from my streams, which helped him get viewers as well. No, I literally made him. Yeah, no, it's true. Like, he comes from
Wait,
my
so you
atmosphere.
made Mizkif was your cameraman and E-Rob was like a viewer?
I had no idea.
E-Rob was he was on my streams as like a content person, and
so
then
they're part of CX.
I mean, they used to be. But yeah, so the other OTK guys, they're great. I like them, no issues. I think they're great for Kick. Mizkif, I don't care what happens to him. I only wish the worst for him.
Fair enough. Yeah, well, I guess what ultimately, right? I think it's usually a good way to kind of like get a feel for where people stand. You know, like you said, you mentioned you're kind of like at whatever, like a little bit of a low point or whatever a bunch of years ago. And I guess when people kind of, show the colors around that, it's, I can see where that motivation comes from, I guess.
It kind of goes like, imagine you and your friend start a business, and then your friend takes over the business and just screws you out of it, right? That's kind of like what happened, like very similar situation.
Yeah, that's rough. So I guess what? Basically, you guys, he was working with you, making content. Yeah, okay, I get it. I see the resemblance there, and it kind of like takes all the customers and then pretends you don't exist. Yeah.
Not just pretend you don't exist, but actively putting you down and making you the butt of the joke in front of 20,000 viewers.
Yeah, that's
while
rough.
you're banned while you're banned on Twitch and have absolutely no platform to defend yourself.
I think, at the end of the day, though, everything was worked out, though. Hey, everything comes out, and I guess now you're about to go live. You're gonna be you get 20,000 viewers, won't you? On your boat.
I mean, maybe. I mean, hopefully, probably not. Maybe like 10K, but it's kind of funny how it all goes in a big circle, because I feel like Mizkiff was part of the reason why Kick exists as well, like from all that Twitch drama that happened a while ago. So it's like
you're true. Yeah. That's actually right. Yeah, there was that.
Well, he was part of the
when,
the guy going around borrowing money from everyone, like that. That bit.
Yeah,
that was wild. Yeah.
Hey, talking about the CX origins and whatnot, Ice. Like, who do you genuinely think is the best streamer / creator to come out of like your world of CX, like, or whatever it is, like basically a derivative of the numerous streams you've done over the last 11 years? Who is the best?
You can't say Mizkiff.
I mean, that's hard. Who is the best? I mean, I think the best person would probably be Joel.
Yeah.
I think he puts in tons of work, and he gets a good amount of viewership, tons of work, good content, constantly puts in tons of effort. So I think he probably is the best in my opinion, but statistically, with not talking about Mizkiff, then it would have to be this guy called Asian Andy, because he got 1 million subscribers on YouTube from all of this.
Asian Andy is number one.
Statistically, he would be number one, but in my opinion, content-wise, I think Joel is the hardest working, and best one.
Joel's awesome. Joel is amazing. Yeah, he's still crushing it, doing the most unique streams in the most unique places. Where does Deepak rank?
Deepak's pretty good. I mean, I like Deepak as a person. I don't know if he's like the best content. He is content, but you have to put him in certain situations to bring the best out of him. When he's on his stream solo, it's not my favorite, but I like him as a person, so I'll still watch.
I remember that when you found Deepak and he became a very important character. It's funny. I tell you what I must say. Like, I kind of loosely knew the history of Mizkiff. I didn't actually realize he was your cameraman though. That's crazy. But like, regardless of all that stuff going down, where I guess you helped create these huge streamers, and then they kind of like didn't really look after you when things weren't going your way or whatever, right? You're still out there like creating characters, giving people a platform, like wanting to see people succeed, right? Like, I think that's the one trait that like is so fucking amazing, is you just want to see people succeed. You want to see people platformed. You want to give people a chance. Like, whether it's the Hunger Games, the scavenger hunts, the like, just walking around India and finding Deepak and giving him an iPhone and like getting him to set up a stream. Like, you want to share your audience. You want to, you know, grow the live streaming world. You want to grow like more celebrities, right? A lot of people are quite the opposite, right? It's almost this thing in live stream where people are like really scared. They're like, no, hold on, I don't want to do too many collabs because they want to hold on their audience. I don't know where that comes from exactly, but you know, you've kind of had some rough situations, but like, you know, you're out there kind of still doing it more than ever. You know, whether it's even like
I
six,
think,
7 people go on the cruise with you, just be like, sure, of course you can come, kind of thing, I guess.
Hey,
I think,
let me add to that real quick before you start, Ice. One other thing to add to what Eddie's saying, just to gas you up even more, man. You came up to me at DreamHack Dallas during Kick Road, and you immediately got what Kick Road was, and you came up to me and you said, "Hey, man, that's really cool that Kick is platforming small creators and giving them a spotlight and giving them a chance to do something at DreamHack. It's a really cool activation." And I can't tell you how many people were just like, "Why are you platforming 100 CCV or below? Why are you doing this? This is a waste of time. They're just going to bot themselves. They're going to do this. They're going to do that." But you saw through a lot of that shit. So I just want to add to that also, like from a genuine perspective, like to reiterate what Eddie was saying, like the fact that you understood what Kick Road was benefiting small and up and coming streamers, like says a lot to me, man. So you go ahead with your answer. Sorry, but I wanted the crowd to know that.
what kind of people were saying that it's a waste of time to platform 100 CCV?
The people who
streamers?
fail, the people who fail, the people who are in a bucket of crabs with everybody, and pulling everyone down and can't stand to see someone get recognized. It's the e boys and the boo birds, man. That's it's that general population.
Well, yeah, I mean, platforming 100 CCV streamers is literally how you find the next, best person. And, Kick is a growing platform. So you need to try to find people who are, 100 viewers, 50 viewers, find somebody good and then build them up. Because then if they become a big streamer, oh, they started on Kick. And that's how Kick grows and gets, the clout and the social media presence. You make people from nothing on Kick instead of bringing them from Twitch, but you have to find, obviously the right people who have the potential to grow. So, I mean, yeah, I can see through it. And then to answer your what you said, Eddie, I think why a lot of streamers don't share their audience is because I think it comes from a place of insecurity. I'm not insecure. I don't think that other streamers are going to be better than me, right? I think that I'm the best streamer in the fucking world, and that might be like egotistical or something, but I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. And you know what? If somebody is a better streamer than me, I'm not concerned that the viewers are going to be like, "All right, well, fuck you, ditch me, and only watch this other person." Like, there's enough viewers to go around, and I'm just not. There's just no reason not to share the audience. It just there's no. I don't need to hoard everything.
I love that approach. Yeah, I guess that's probably it, right? Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, because I guess if somebody believes that someone else is, say, like a much better streamer than them, I guess usually people can only watch one stream, so they're kind of thinking, okay, they're going to watch them and not me, so I won't introduce them to. I guess, yeah, you're right. It's that kind of insecurity and that maybe that thought in the back of their head that, hold on, they'll find someone they like more, but you're just obviously the best streamer in the world, so you don't care.
It also, from a business standpoint, it really helps maintain the viewers for a long period of time, right? If I don't stream for a month or 2 weeks or whatever, then they have other people within the community that they can still watch. So the viewers can still be a part of the community, even if I'm not live. So from a business standpoint, it's self-sustaining as well.
Yeah, that makes sense actually, because I guess that's the big thing around the fact that no matter what I stream, like every single Saturday night I stream, right? And I don't think I've ever had a stream where like there's been less than 100 people just say CX. I got no idea why, but I like it. The community like lives on Kick. They're here all the time, like and it's probably because of the fact that you've introduced them to so many other streamers across the platform. And for that, and on that point as well, and I've told you about this like tons of time, but yeah, the amount of help that you've given Kick as an emerging platform in like creating the Deepaks of this world, or even helping Joel grow to become a really prominent and consistent streamer, and hundreds of others as well on the back of all the different events has been amazing. Like the whole IRL section is been a big derivative of getting the early backing of yourself, and then the people that came off the back of that, right? And how it sort of grew. And yeah, from like a Kick as a business perspective, it's amazing. If only kind of other people shared that mentality a bit more, it would be good for the whole live streaming world, I reckon. And that leads me to my next question, is just quickly, like, what's your thoughts of the current state of like live streaming, like in general? Like where are we right now? Like are we in like a peak? Are we at like a where are we in like, where is live streaming? What's your honest opinion?
Well, without Kick, I think live streaming would be very dead. Okay, like Twitch, in my opinion, has the worst atmosphere for a streamer. Right? It's all very political, and it's biased and toxic. Everybody there is like in a clique or something. Like there's no community, and it's all very cliquey, right? Kick is more of a community and more tight knit. So I think streaming on the Kick side is fantastic, and I think Kick will overtake Twitch one day, because Twitch is going to self implode. Right? It's like Twitch reminds me of Soviet Russia, like the Soviet Union. They're going to implode. They're going to run out of food, and there's going to be a famine, and they're going to implode. That's just what happens. They are following the very same kind of. I just don't know how to explain it. I can just sense it. I can just feel it. It's not very inviting there, but Kick is inviting. So I think the Kick side, super great, will continue to grow. People will respect Kick. Twitch, they're going to be like, yeah, okay, I don't want to stream there because everybody's so fucking judgmental.
Man, honestly, like if we don't find a match in that moderation team, we need to get you in the partners team or something to kind of sell you the Kick dream, comparing Twitch to Soviet Russia and Kick to like the free world of like the United States or something, I guess. That's awesome. I love that analogy. Twitch is Soviet Russia. They're going to have a famine and they're all going to, collapse. That's interesting.
I'm trying to imagine. Okay, let me see. I think if Twitch were to fail, I think Twitch would fail because not because of their moderation, even though it is way too much, but I think it would fail because they're only wanting to grow certain types of people, and you need a diverse amount of people to keep content interesting. Otherwise, everybody's the same thing, and it gets very boring, and you'll have a monopoly, right, of 10 people, and over time, smaller streamers aren't going to see much opportunity there, so they're going to go somewhere else. Twitch loves the monopoly of a couple big streamers, because they have like agendas that they want to push. So I think that's why
live streaming is very kind of like just by virtue of how kind of the whole recommendation engine works, it's kind of king making, right? Like streamers get pushed, they get recommended, and they kind of like continuously grow. Like it's there isn't much sort of discoverability in live streaming, so naturally you kind of like there is individuals that end up growing and growing and growing, and I guess that there are people kind of somewhat favored by the platforms, correct? So you're probably right. I guess what ends up happening if a platform like invests like a whole bunch into these like individuals and tries to blow them up, and then they kind of start collapsing, what do you think happens then?
Well, there would just be somebody else to take their place. That's the cycle of it. But if they don't have many people to take their place, that's when a platform starts to fail. And I think eventually that is what would happen. Like right now, if Twitch's biggest streamer were to go away, I don't know who would replace them, because everybody is the same. Every small streamer on Twitch is very much the same because of the intense rules that they have and the certain, political kind of agendas that they like to push. So there's no diversity, right? I think without FaZe, Twitch is dead. Like FaZe literally keeps Twitch alive because everything else is political and it's fucking boring. And it's all not politics that I like. And I think most normal Americans don't like the politics that Twitch pushes as well. It's very extreme, right? Very super extreme politics. Very too far extreme.
Do you think they should
I
just
think
ban
people want politics out of their streaming in general.
Yeah, I mean, politics and streaming is just going to create a very toxic environment where you're alienating half of an audience, right? Because nobody, half people are left, half people are right. You're going to alienate half the people, so it's not a good business.
I mean, allow it to happen, but don't overtly platform it. Don't overtly favor one agenda over the other. Yes, it exists on the platform. Let it happen, but don't make it a pillar of your corporate guiding light.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I think Kick is, if you guys keep focusing on growing small streamers that have actual potential, I think that is how you overtake Twitch. It's hard to find the streamers though, because not a lot of people have potential to be a big streamer because it takes a certain kind of person. And a lot of people, they do this thing, they copy what the already big streamer is doing. That's never going to work. If you copy somebody else's blueprint, you're not going to succeed because you're only going to be as good as that person, not better. And you need to strive to be better.
And then resentment sets in because it's like, I look like Dr. Disrespect and I talk like Dr. Disrespect. Why am I not blowing up?
Yeah, exactly. It's you got to find your own path, and that's how you succeed.
Is there anyone that comes to mind right now, Ice, that you've seen kind of doing something new and you're like, oh, it's not bad? Or is there...
I'm trying to think. I can't think of anyone.
That's bad.
I mean,
that's bad. We got to fix that.
I mean, I can think of people within my community, but outside of my community, I don't know. I don't really watch people outside of my community, so.
So Cuff'em and I Show Speed had a pretty solid trick or treat collab last night.
Okay, yeah, right. Speed is a good example. He stays in his own lane. He came up. Does amazing work. Okay, he's one. I mean, there's a reason he's the biggest streamer in the world. He's fantastic. Cuff'em as well. I don't really watch Cuff'em. I haven't watched too many of his streams, but I've heard that he does pretty well.
I think Speed is like a crazy cool example because Speed also didn't really rely much on collaboration so much. He's literally kind of just like doing his own thing, kind of just going out there, going on adventures almost, and just enjoying himself, right? And I think that's kind of unique. I says like, he's like 100% like not dependent on anything or anyone. He's just kind of, people are there for him, and yeah, he's done a great job. I think you kind of mentioned of him like sticking in his own lane. I think it's been like super cool to see, and I think he'll just keep growing. That guy is like insane. He's got so much stamina as well. It's crazy.
The thing that helps Speed is that he came up not streaming on Twitch. That helps him a lot. I think if he came up on Twitch, he would have been sort of like, I don't want to use the word like manipulated, but he would have been convinced to do different types of content or banned, or he just would have been stifled, right? Because they don't want any risky content, and he's a little risky sometimes. So I think he would have stifled his own growth coming up on Twitch.
Oh, no, he was banned from Twitch. He was banned from Twitch, right?
Yeah, he was banned from Twitch. So he
and YouTube, the fact that he moved was kind of like you reckon the big thing.
Yeah. Twitch would have stunted his growth.
Just on Twitch and bans, like you're still obviously banned, right?
I've been banned on Twitch for 10 years or 9 years or something, which is fucking crazy to think about.
Wait, have you like ever been guys, like, would you unban me? Like, have you just like even asked the question, or just like?
Okay, so I've I've put in appeals before. They totally ignore the appeals. I've had friends that used to work at Twitch, and they would go and ask other staff, hey, let's take a look at Ice Poseidon's appeal. They would get ghosted. Like, I had somebody ask the CEO about me, and the CEO.
I think they fired all those employees that asked on your behalf.
Well, the people that I knew don't work there anymore. Yeah, but somebody asked the CEO. He just walked away. Somebody who the CEO knew. And he's just like, well, like, they don't even mention my name there. Like, for some reason, they despise me, and I don't know why. Because it's been 10 years, and it wasn't that big of a deal.
What? It was to do with, like, the plane stuff, right? Like, it was like a airport.
Yeah, I was streaming at an airport, and then I got swatted. They had to land the plane, and they took me off, and they thought somebody called and set a bomb on the plane. Whatever. Unfortunate, mistake on my part to stream at an airport. But this was back during a time where swatting wasn't a thing. I had not been swatted before. So, I mean, I didn't even, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a thing at that time.
I'm trying to think, like, now after, I guess, being on this, like, platform side for like 3 years, like, what, like, that doesn't sound like the real reason. Like, it feels like there's more to it. Like, there must be more to it. If they refuse to mention your name, like, it's as if there has to be more to it. Like, I don't know. I feel like something else is going on there, man.
I do have an idea. They said they banned me because it was bad publicity, but clearly that can't be the case, considering a lot of streamers on their platform now have tons of bad publicity on national news. I am. This is a conspiracy.
That's okay.
I voted Republican. I'm a Republican. And when I was a big streamer on Twitch, I would go to their offices. I was friends with a lot of staff. They're very, super left, and they would tell me, hey, why are you Republican? Why'd you vote for Trump? Blah blah blah. Like, they didn't like it. And they would try to convince me to go on stream and talk about these other things. They wanted me to, like, be left and, like, talk about it on stream, like, be left on stream.
Whoa. They like specifically said do that?
These are talking points we want you to push. Did they go that far?
They just said, hey, don't talk about Trump. Don't say you voted for Trump. It looks bad. Stuff like that. And I was like, I'm just going to say whatever I want. Like, I'm just going to, like, what do you mean? It's a free country. Like, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. This is my opinion, though. This is back in 2017. So I don't know how they do it now. But I think I just didn't fit the agenda. I think that's the real reason.
Yeah, I guess America's fucking crazy, man. You live in a crazy country where, everyone is,
And the chat's saying they're saying it's fake. But let me tell you, chat, at this recent TwitchCon, they had Gavin Newsom go to TwitchCon and meet with all the partnered streamers, only the partnered big streamers. Why are they bringing Gavin Newsom to go hang out with partner streamers? I'm telling you,
who's Gavin
Twitch
Newsom?
He's a left political
he's a governor. He's a governor of California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, governor of California.
Okay, gotcha.
Twitch is a political platform.
So obviously Twitch wouldn't have someone on the right wing there. No.
Well, I mean, I guess they have Asmongold Gold, right? So, I mean.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But
wait, so Asmongold Gold is like he's quite openly like pro, like Republican, Trump, whatever, right?
I think so, yeah. But they can't ban him. He's too. They don't want to make it too obvious, right? He's too big to ban, whatever, like, type of thing.
You were bigger than Asmongold Gold when you got banned, weren't you? You were like the biggest streamer in the world.
When I got banned on Twitch,
but this is.
When I got banned on Twitch, I was getting 20K viewers on Twitch in 2017, which is, unheard of.
Yeah, true.
But you
Actually, I
gotta
guess
also
that's when like
remember-
2017 streaming was tiny. So I guess whilst Tasman might have like more viewers now, or whatever. But like in 2017 that was
And
like
also-
huge.
Trump just got elected. Like for you to be vocally supportive of Trump that in 2017, like was the first of its kind. Now it's easy to do it because this is his second term. Like at that time though, like that was a massive, like Trump wasn't supposed to win. It was a massive anomaly. The fact that you are supportive of that, like that, you were the first bull through the wall.
But yes, that, and then also take into consideration, my community is very vocal, and they go around to every streamer on whenever I'd go live on Twitch, they'd go to every other streamer's chat. They'd say CX, they'd say Ice is live. Like my community was all over Twitch, right? So I think another reason why they keep me banned is because if I got unbanned, my community is very vocal. They would spread throughout that platform. And I mean, I basically took over the entire platform in a year when I streamed on Twitch. I went from nothing to taking over the entire platform.
I must
You were
say,
a
yeah,
virus.
it's a fair point. Like, I can't go live without seeing that purple fucking CX thing everywhere, dude. It's like, I don't know what. So just why is it that everyone just goes around spamming CX everywhere? Like, why? What's the point?
Well, I mean, it's a community, you know. It's like it's a community that they can be proud of, and I don't know. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. It's just it's like it's a fun community. They like it, and I appreciate when they do it, and it makes if you make people passionate about the community that they're in, they're willing to go and they want other people to join the community as well, you know. And I do a very good job at, when I'm live at least, you know, talking to my viewers, and I'm in Discord all the time, even when I'm not live, and I talk to my viewers. Like, I'm very good at engaging with my audience. You know, I would say there's less of a gap between me and my viewers than other streamers. You know, they can talk to me very easily.
So, like, a lot of the people you see, like, spamming CX, you know them quite well. You obviously know their name. You've seen them, like, you know them almost, like, on a personal level to an extent. Like, whether that's having a discussion in Discord, but, like, having the opportunity to speak to them, like, you've built up this, like, incredibly loyal and proud viewer base, essentially.
I mean, I don't know them personally, or like I don't remember everybody's name, but I mean, if they're like in Discord, sure. But yeah, yeah, I do my best to try to interact with everybody as well as I can. It's kind of hard, but that's what a lot of streamers I think lack when they get big, is they start to create a gap between them and their audience, and maybe they want to be, you know, the huge boundaries. But when you hit it, and that's fine, less parasocials, less stress. But when you make these boundaries, people are not going to be as proud of the community that they're in.
Interesting. I love that. Because I guess, yeah, when you get to a certain size, you almost, people kind of tend to go, you know, take a step back and you know, go, oh, well, this is too much, but, you know, and think they probably don't need to have that connection or that kind of, you know, that's almost like human touch towards like the viewership, right? But retaining that, you think, is like a big key to having like a very, very loyal community, which I guess in this sense of the discussion has kind of backfired on you a little bit, potentially, to the extent that it, well, not backfired on you now, but at the time when you kind of got banned, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I think everything happens for a reason. And if I didn't get banned on Twitch, I don't think I would have been able to. I don't know. I don't. It's hard to say because it didn't happen. But if I didn't get banned on Twitch, I feel like I would have went down a path that wasn't really my true self. I would have just ended up doing what they wanted me to do, and you know, things like that.
You'd be rolling with Pokimane, man. The alternate Ice Poseidon would be rolling with Pokimane. You would have been a Twitch favorite.
I mean, I hung out with Pokimane and all these people back when I was on Twitch, and then I got banned, and they all didn't think I existed anymore.
Fucking turned on you.
It's
Hey,
crazy.
real quick.
Yeah, I think I spoke to Aiden a bit about this, like on one of his streams once, or I think maybe it was on TikTok. I can't remember, but like yeah, he got banned or something from Twitch, and basically like everyone just kind of forgets you exist. All right, it's like you just like fall off this cliff because obviously you can't like be on the streams anymore, and you can't be part of collaboration. I guess you kind of like no longer really exist in a lot of people's lives. I'm sure not everyone's, but it's kind of insane like how much like control that sort of deplatformization side of stuff can really have on individuals and their like broader identity.
Well, I don't blame the streamers themselves. When I went a long time ago, a few years ago, this was after I got banned on Twitch, I went and I did a podcast with Reckful. And I remember after the podcast, Reckful told me, yeah, like my Twitch partner, he messaged me and he was like, yeah, don't do a podcast with Ice Poseidon. Like, don't do this. And then he was like, oh, I'm still gonna do it. So I think that is the reason why a lot of streamers won't interact with a banned person because, you know, their Twitch people tell them not to.
Yeah, wow. That's crazy that what he was like told, hey, don't do this. And I assume for the every person that told you that's what happened, they're probably like 10, 15 who probably never told you like I was kind of somewhat influenced to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Anyway, well, like you said, everything works out for a reason. You're here now. You're off on a fucking cruise tomorrow. You're gonna have a brilliant time, and you crushed it more than ever. So it's kind of all worked out, right? I think it's you know, it's good in that sense.
Oh yeah, I mean,
hate to do this real quick. Sorry. I got about 10 more minutes. I got to run to the DreamHack floor. Eddie, I know it's super late for you, so I just want to like put the time out there, just a heads up, in case you guys want to get into anything like juicy. Just giving a time check. That's it. Sorry, cruise talk. I apologize.
Anything juicy on my stream?
No, anything that you got for us.
Well, like what? What do you want to hear?
I don't know. Any questions you got? Anything you want to ask Eddie, or anything you want to bring up, or like what the fuck is up with this, or anything you might have in your back pocket, man?
Okay. Well, I've heard a lot of people talk about the reduced KPP rates. My viewers wanted me to talk about it, which I don't know what there is to talk about. I mean, based on what I saw, the people that had reduced rates were people that didn't have the engagement on their streams. And I think that makes sense. Why would people get paid if they don't have the engagement or their views are inflated? Like that doesn't make, like, why would they want to pay for that? Like, why would you want to pay for that?
Yeah, we haven't actually really discussed this one much.
And also, people that are complaining about it are completely entitled because Kick's the only platform that will pay you hourly no matter what, even if it's, you know, lowered to $5 an hour, $10 an hour. That's still more than any other platform will pay you. So the entitlement is insane.
Clarify, we actually haven't lowered KPP. We have not lowered KPP. We have, however, gotten a lot better at detecting bots and especially inactive viewers. I think the one thing that really got us, and we kind of learned very quickly, is we're quite good at detecting like a bot in the sense of like, okay, this is like a, you know, very obvious, not a real person, but people got quite clever. They created these like big tabbing communities and follow for follow and all that kind of stuff. And they're like real humans, right? And KPP kind of paid you to like basically have like 100 of your friends, like everyone was kind of tabbing each other, right? And there was a lot of viewers. And to be fair, there's also some really clever bots as well. Like you could buy some really clever bots. Anyway, KPP basically, again, like to your point, we've become a little bit more driven on dialing in on what we define as like an active, real, contributing viewer, not like some in between, you know, one of 700 tabs open or like some sort of matter. So yeah, we've just become a little bit more advanced in the way that we're able to detect this. Like, to be fair, the majority of people haven't seen a drop. Yeah, if someone has been complaining about their KPP, I don't want to be unfair when I say this, but yeah, kind of just check out their stream, look at their view count, look at their chat, and go, okay, that makes sense. Like, you know, 99 times out of 100, pull up their stream, take a look at their average viewers,
just look at their chat replay, and you go, okay, that makes sense.
And you know it's working. You know it's working when you see, and there's a couple people in here right now. When you see them take the social, right, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" They're just just immediately take the social and start bitching and complaining. And I think another funny thing is just like the known botters that have alt handles, like they're melting down too, because their services aren't working, right? Or they're having to switch up their content. So that's when you know it's working also. So we can't be like too crazy vocal about it because don't want to tell people how we're doing things because like people adapt and things like that. But just know a telltale sign is like all of a sudden when you see someone who's like all their content is about bot behavior and now they're just absolutely freaking out, you know it's working.
Yeah, and I think that's totally fine. You shouldn't pay for people who have botted or inflated views. Like anybody who's complaining, entitled, disingenuous. I mean, it's like what are you doing? Kick is so generous, and people want to take advantage of that system, and that is, I mean, it's disgusting. I've been doing this for 10 years. These people they would never survive streaming 5 years ago. Like they have no idea how good they have it.
Yeah, it's I think it's interesting. I got to be careful what I say as well because I'm conscious there is a lot of really great streamers who maybe have felt the effect of this because they were just part of these like follow for follow communities or whatever it was, and those sort of things. But yeah, it's
follow for follow. That doesn't work. That never works.
It's a fucking scam. Anyone getting involved, guys, if you join those follow for follow communities, please don't do it. It's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Like I don't know. It's just not the way to make it. Don't put your time and effort into those. Just don't do it.
Here's the blueprint for all small streamers on how to grow. Find a niche community that doesn't have a lot of competition, grow in that niche community, and then when you take that over, then start to expand into a more broader community, like IRL or just chatting. That is how you grow. If you try to start from 0 viewers and just chatting, you'll never grow. Start in a niche community. I started with RuneScape. It was niche, it was small. I took it over, and then I started to expand.
Do you reckon if you started streaming for the first time, like now, you'd be able to make it in today's day and age, or you reckon it's too complicated, too hard?
Well, I think it's the same. I mean, I think you start in a niche community and expand from there. I think it's still just as viable as the way I did it. Nowadays, people think TikTok and Instagram will be the growth or the success thing. Which, okay, TikTok, Instagram, it does help you grow, but it's not going to help you grow a community. It's going to give you viewers, but that's not a community. There's a difference, you know what I mean? Because maybe your stream will do well for a month and then you'll fall off because those people are just watching temporarily from a viral clip or whatever. Yeah, you need to know how to convert them.
I guess that's the thing with TikTok and Instagram and stuff. Like, definitely really great for building out your personal brand. And to be fair, maybe does drive a few viewers, but it won't kind of get you that initial 10, 20, 50, 100 viewer community, right? That's I guess the hardest point to break is getting that initial foundation, that initial community. That's like the real bit. And to your point, it's about finding that niche community that has like a loyal following that you can break into, in your case, RuneScape, right? Which was obviously, then the springboard to kind of doing a bit of everything, eh?
Yeah, dude, RuneScape was so much better than just helping me become a streamer. I met so many super smart people from RuneScape. It's crazy. Like, oh man, so like I had moderators on my Twitch channel that were like they were playing RuneScape with me. They were like, yo, buy Bitcoin and all this stuff. And fucking back in 2017, like they were just super smart and like they're all fucking loaded now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, RuneScape, like, I kind of joke about it, but like, there's the University of RuneScape. Everyone that attended that from like the class of like 2013, class of 2012, class of 2011, 14, 15. There's some good outcomes from RuneScape. It taught people a lot.
Oh yeah. Also, how not to get scammed in economics.
I honestly like I don't know, man. I got into like business or whatever. Made this website called Prime Dice in 2013. I was 17 years old. I knew fuck all about anything. All I knew was like not how to get scammed on RuneScape, like how to basically like trade and how the fucking economics work from RuneScape, and that was enough. That was all I needed. Everything else, like I tell you what, like just knowing that, like I was kind of in the Bitcoin world or whatever in 2013, right? And everyone was getting scammed by like the stuff that you saw in RuneScape like 10 years prior. So it was like the biggest head start. Like all you had to do is have that like little bit of knowledge, and it was game changer. But yeah, awesome game. Big shout out to RuneScape. Fucking RuneScape. It's good. Do you still play?
Sometimes I play. I have an Ultimate Iron Man.
Was one of those people, what was, because right now we're also seeing like all these like crypto coins pop up again. Like I actually don't mean this in like a genuine way, but do you think CX coin could come back for real? Like I'm not taking the piss either.
I mean, you're a crypto guy. What do you think?
Listen. I gotta be so careful saying anything here because I know there's some like bad connotations around the coin previously. It had a bit of a rough patch, all that kind of stuff. But like with the level of brand loyalty like CX has, like, man, I like you see these things right now nowadays that are like getting like some kind of virality or whatever you call it and value. Man, I feel like it could make a comeback. You know, as long as it was like a very open and transparent thing. You know, you never know.
Well, with the nature of crypto, no, it's not. I mean, it's not going to come back. It can't come back. You know how? I mean, small coins. You know how it is. I mean, they go up, they go down, and then people. It's just everybody wants to make money, you know. And if something's down, they're out.
Did you make money off it though, CX coin?
I mean, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say no. You like rode the ship up and down. No, you did well.
Yeah, I mean, I made like 300K or something.
Fair enough.
I mean, nowadays you got, I mean, Donald Trump doing fucking coins.
I'm gonna say, yeah, like you got everyone doing coins, right? Like, dude, you can get away with this now. This ain't like fringe no more.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people making money from these coins on the Pump website.
Yeah. Oh well. So what? No plans for CX coin too.
No plans for that, but you know, I always tell my viewers if they want to make money, they should just become a streamer, and then I'll give them a stake stream. I've given away probably $400,000 from doing stake streams for people.
Wait, what?
You know the stake streams that I do for streamers? So, you know, I mean, I've given away tons of money from that. So if people want to make money, become a streamer, be content, come on my stream, I'll do a stake stream for you.
Stake stream.
And then maybe you could, you know, win money if you don't lose it all.
True. That's the hot tip from Ice.
That's what I told Action Man. I told Action Man he should be doing stake streams for the people around him, because then they can get money, and then he still gets content, and then more people will watch his stake stream because they'll be more invested into it because they want to see other people make money. If he's just hoarding all the money, it's not as interesting.
Yeah. I think Action Man is probably one of the people that probably doesn't love the stake streams as much. And if he had someone else that was enjoying it, maybe it'd go a little bit better. That's for sure. But hey, Ice, I just wanted to recognize, like, since last time we had Kick Talk, I know we speak all the time, like in between, so it isn't exactly like we haven't spoken since then. But you know, I think you came on Kick Talk and we were talking about Kick and all that kind of stuff. But since then, you know, we've you know, added kicks. There's like a rewind function, channel points. The TV app came out finally. Kick Partner Program became official. You know, we moved away from all those silly, crazy big contracts. You know, we now got like, we just passed multiple billion view hours for like Q3, which is kind of insane. Like things are going like in an awesome direction. Like, in your opinion, what is missing now? What is missing now for Kick to like make it to the very top and just take over and win?
Well, Kick's been around for, you know, 2-3 years. it's still relatively new. You know, it took Twitch, 6 years, 5 years to really grow to where it is. So I think just keep doing what you're doing. I think at this point, you'll just slowly increase in viewership over time. And then eventually, like we said earlier, there will be a very specific point in time where Twitch really starts to decline. And that's when Kick will really start to exponentially grow. I don't know what else you could possibly do right now. I think you guys are doing a great job. I think at this point, we're just waiting for Twitch to go on their decline.
Man, you know what I reckon would help a ton?
Yeah.
Just having you live consistently, just like doing your IRL streams, just normal streams, just chilling, going live.
All right. So my viewers say that, and I'm gonna ask you right now. Okay. I don't like going live consistently unless I have something going on that I think is really good content, because I feel bad, right? If I'm just live, like if I go live on my desktop or I do like normal, casual IRL streams, I feel bad that it's not up to the standard that I want it to be, and I'm making money from it, right? And that makes me feel bad, and I don't want to feel like I am, milking Kick, right? That's my opinion.
Honestly, I think quite the opposite, right? I think like if you were to kind of just do like 2 to 4 hours every day, every 2 days, just kind of like going live. Like I think IRL is your thing, right? I don't know if desktop streaming is something you'd enjoy, right? Or so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you just did that, like whether it was even in like the US, the States, just like, I don't know, man. I think it could go like a super long way, because the one thing we do notice is like when you're around, the IRL community just like bubbles up. The English speaking IRL community comes to life. It lights up. Like just having you around, you are like the center of it, in a lot of aspects. And it would help Kick so much. So if you're worried about Kick paying you money to do something and not living up to expectations, like, man, honestly, remove that mentality entirely. Like you just being live just like leads to everyone else growing, everyone else's community is doing well, other people going live, people traveling around. I don't know. I think it'd go a long way. Like whilst those events are always like epic, and the amount of time and effort and production value and thought and everything that goes into them is insane, right? Like, I'm big fan. Like you tell me any event and like we support it. Like, how that works, right? But like, I think just, yeah, having that regular cadence, like I think like the upside for Kick would be insane, and hopefully the upside for you too, right? But I don't know. I'm sure you've thought about it a million times. I know you're probably always like loosely thinking about content and what your next plans are, but
I'm always thinking about it. I wake up every day and I'm like, okay, when I don't stream, it's like I lose money, right? When I don't stream. So I do think about that, but I also think, okay, I want to put something that's up to my own standard, because I don't want to. I just don't know. I just see so many people that just do nothing and they go live, and I just know that if I was in your position, I would be upset because I feel like they're milking it, right? And I don't want to set that.
Yeah, there's milking. There is like some very good examples of people that go live for way too long, and you're like, what the fuck are they doing live at this point? And listen, that's fun. That's what the KPP kind of incentivizes to an extent. I don't think you'd ever be able to do that, right? I don't think that's in like the way you operate, right? I don't know. That's why I think it'd be more like, even if it was just like, 2 hours or 4 hours or just anything. I don't know. Like, I feel like your community just wants to talk to you, right? Even if you ain't doing something crazy in some crazy country that has an amazing sort of like theme or story to it. Like my guess is like a lot of the people that watch you just want to be able to hang out with you almost, right? Like, I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I get.
All right, fine. I'll go live more often. And I will, even if it's not something that I think is like the best ever. You're right. I'm not going to sit there and just do nothing and be a fucking, like that's just not in my character. So I'll go live more often.
I reckon also the people that say non-tent, I reckon they're the people that probably are also the ones that actually truly love just watching you do nothing. Like they just love hanging out. I reckon all the people that kind of like, end up being on your ass, like saying, oh, you're not doing enough. Like they're the ones that like will watch you do anything. Like those guys, like, I don't know. I feel like you probably need to maybe not pay. You probably don't pay attention to them anyway, or care what chat says too much. But I don't know. Anyway, you've been doing this 11 years. You're probably the most seasoned and person who gets it more than almost anyone. But yeah, my 2 cents.
I do have this idea that I'm currently trying to set up with my my producer. So this is for months in the future because it's going to take a bit to set up. But I want to do Kai Cenat's Streamer University.
Yeah.
So I was going to do something like that, but instead of at a school, it would be at a camp.
That'd be awesome. That'd be good. Yeah,
like a summer camp.
It'd be like a summer camp, and there'd be 4 teams of 10, and they have a point system like in Harry Potter, and then they have to do things to get the most points, to win the competition.
That'd be epic. That'd be really good, I reckon. Yeah, and I assume you'd open it pretty wide in terms of who could join, who could come along. Same as always.
Yeah, just anybody on Kick,
Well, man, we're one message away when you want to do your next crazy idea. You've got like Kick's full support for anything that anything comes up. I think Streamer Summer Camp is is that what it's gonna be called?
I don't know what it's gonna be called, but it's like a intense summer camp. But
man, some of the fucking
your chat is
oh my
lethal,
god,
man. Your chat's they're coming up with names already, man.
Yeah, I mean, I went to autism camp when I was younger. That's why they say that. I spent 3 months in the woods when I was 15 years old.
Wait, what? You went to a thing like actual autism camp? Is that what it's called?
It was a youth learning facility. So I got kicked out of school for being a misbehaved child, and there was nowhere for me to go. So my parents enrolled me into this camp for 3 months for misbehaved children. And so I lived in the woods for 3 months with a bunch of fucking weirdo kids, and we had to chop firewood and like do labor.
Yeah, shit. Okay, so you're like loosely recreating that, or no?
I mean, not that in particular, but I want to say it's going to be.
You're projecting with your content. I love it.
It would be more like Harry Potter mixed with, I don't know, Camp Lazlo, the cartoon.
I just watched this TV series on Netflix called Wayward. It kind of sounds like that almost. I don't know if you've seen that.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing. I don't know. Yeah, you should check it out.
You should invite some of those camp counselors you had to be on the show, or some of the people you're out there in the woods with. I don't know if you keep in contact with them, just to like.
I could probably find him. This one guy. His name was Herb, like herb, like weed, and we used to call him Mr. Herb, and he was just this like funny guy. I don't know. He was like a 50-year-old like strange man, but he was funny.
Well, this is from the camp.
Yeah. He'd be like kids would be fighting with each other, and he'd be like, just let them duke it out, Then they'll be friends after.
He was like he was one of the teachers or the like supervisors, or
he was the counselor.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so Herb was a pretty chill guy.
Yeah, we loved him. He was funny. And then there was this other guy, this like bald dude. He was not funny. We hated him.
Well, looking forward to seeing this kind of be recreated with 40 of Kick's finest streamers out in the woods under your very, very, very reliable supervision. It's going to be, I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, nothing ever goes wrong. Don't worry. But this one will be a lot safer than those other things that I did, because It's
just to understand, the goal though will be kind of teaching people a little bit around like your ideas, live streaming, how to like you're still like keeping that kind of like streaming university concept.
yeah, the goal is they're going to become a better streamer from this, and they're going to earn points by doing content that I suggest to them.
Okay. Oh, well.
Okay, for example, on the camp, there's going to be 4 different headquarter bases where each team will sleep, and then there'll be a flag at every base. So if you go and steal the other person's flag and bring it back to your base, you'll get points. Things like that. Stuff that creates a little bit of conflict, but also creates an incentive to do content.
Yeah. That sounds good. Man, you've thought it all out. This is happening.
Kind of like Castle Wars with 4 teams.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but I was thinking like there's a component of Castle Wars going on here. Yeah, that sounds really good, man. I must say, the chat is fucking great. Like, I don't know where they get their ideas from, but just seeing them just slowly sort of pick apart the idea and leave their commentary. Yeah, your community is on another level. They're intense.
Well, yeah, they're funny. I've the funniest community in all the streaming world because they're all 30 years old and without a job. So they have time to be funny. And they're mature enough to come up with good jokes.
Yeah, but there's some good ones. There's some I'm gonna be really careful not to pay too much attention to or accidentally say anything about, but there's some really fucking clever ones too, which is awesome. 30-year-old unemployed people make good jokes. Fair enough. I love it.
Man, hey guys, I gotta hop to the floor over at DreamHack. Ice Poseidon, thanks, man, for coming on, sharing your wisdom. Can't wait to see you back on the sticks, man. Always learn a lot. One thing I'll just leave and say is like, whenever I talk to creators and they're on stream, I hear them say they're Mount Rushmore, but when the cameras go off, they give me their real Mount Rushmore, and you're always up there. So they give the PC Mount Rushmore, but then they give the real deal that's not going to get them in trouble with their friends or the community or their fucking bosses or whatever. But you're always up there, man. So thanks for doing so much for everybody and just being that kind of guy, because I think it comes back to you karma wise, in my opinion. It might take a little time, but I just find that you just seem to be incredibly authentic and genuine, and it's rare. So thanks for coming on, man. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Ice, man. As know, we'll be in touch, and looking forward to seeing you live tomorrow. And I'll I don't talk in your chat anymore because last I got in trouble once, so I try to hide, but I'll be there.
I know. Don't worry about it. All right. Well, I'll see y'all later.
All right. Have a great day, man. Take care.
All right.
Bye. It's good. I love Ice. He's I think the fact you mentioned there about the Mount sort of Rushmore component to it. Like, to be fair, a lot of people always put Ice. Like, a lot of people publicly, right? But yeah, I guess like out of public eyes as well. Like, I guess they're probably way more. Like, yeah, no, you think of streaming in like 2017 or whatever, and like Ice kind of like did a lot of the stuff first, right? Like before that, it was heavily gaming, heavily like X, Y, and Z or whatever. But then suddenly it all changed up. So he's I don't know. He's paved the way for a lot of people. It's at least from my perspective of watching the last sort of 15 years of live streaming.
Easily. Holy shit, Frank Dimes just hosted you with like 2,100 people.
Oh shit.
Fat host, thank you.
Cheers, Frank Dimes. Hope you had a good stream, man. Awesome. Anyway,
man,
Andrew, I know you got a busy day out there in DreamHack. So have an amazing day out there. Good luck. Thank you for organizing this Kick Talk as always. I might just speak to the chat for like 5 minutes if you need to run, but otherwise
Awesome. Cool. Hey, thanks for having me, Eddie. Appreciate these talks every week, man. Only CEO doing it, guys. Every week, opening up to the community, answering some questions. We covered some amazing topics. If you haven't come out to DreamHack before, come on out. We're out there Saturday and Sunday in Atlanta. It's a really good time. Eddie, thanks for having me, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Catch you, Andrew. Have a good one. All right, thanks, guys. Anything in chat quickly? Add Kick as Xbox and PlayStation app. It will grow. Yeah, we're working on that. We'll have actually something really soon by the end of the year. It's looking really good. So that's nearly there. We've been talking about it, AZ, for a while now, but it's gonna be worth the wait. There's a lot of people talking about getting the Kick mobile app a bit better. Is the Kick mobile app really that bad? I see a lot of people saying fix app, fix app, fix app. Like, is it really that bad? Yes. Yes. It's shit. Yes. Oh, really? Okay, fuck. Okay. Listen, I know it's not great. I know it needs work, but it like, what makes it so bad? Constant what bugs? Yeah, okay. Okay, interesting. Is that mainly Android? Do people here have issues on iPhone, or is it mainly Android? I think it's mainly Android that has the problems. iPhone, really? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, no, we know it's not in a good spot. We know it needs to be much better. But yeah, there's a lot of very vocal feedback. You've obviously got the metrics we track in terms of performance, in terms of where it's at, in terms of crashes and all that kind of stuff, and realize, of course, it needs to do better. But the fact that there's people so vocal about that is insane. If you are ever having troubles with the app itself, you can just go to web, right? Just go to Safari or Chrome or whatever you want, and just go to kick.com, and the web version is of course still very good. So if you ever do have problems, you can, yeah, kick.com, easy to go to. But yeah, we're working on it. We're gonna make another attempt at getting that really solid. Verified JJ. I honestly don't know who JJ is. Who is JJ? I haven't seen JJ. Is it just JJ, the channel name? Free Sam. Hey man, listen, I ain't in control of the moderation. I'm just I just sit back and watch. I don't touch the moderation no more. That stuff is crazy, dude. You can't win when it comes to moderation. Honestly though, I must say, Ice's perspective when it comes to moderation, I must say, I really like the layered thinking that he has, because moderation is actually a far more complicated subject than, I think a lot of people understand it's complicated, but I do think that there's a lot of layers that sometimes some people don't realize to it. But Ice gets it, and some of his takes, at least from today's quick chat, was really insightful. I think he's really switched on when it comes to that. JJ's stream. Okay, well, if JJ's stream has this many people saying verify him, then he should be able to get verified super easily. Just has to go to verify@kick.com, shoot through an email, and say, hey, look, I'm looking for verification. I'm sure he's gonna get it. Shout out to JJ's stream. You must be doing something right, man. Ice has the best moderation team. True. Okay. What about the non-stripe regions? Yeah, like India, for example. We're working on that right now. Keep Sam banned. He's a botter and no one likes him. Okay, fair enough. Justice for the Indian eyes. Okay. Do hosts give a B-Day bonus too? Not sure what you mean by that. We all know JJ. Fair enough. Yeah, it seems like everyone knows JJ. I know JJ now. Fuck Scam Pepper. Fair enough. JJ paid for bots to spam you. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that probably makes more sense. Free Ebs. What, did Ebs get banned too? True. I didn't know that. Free Slightly Homeless. Okay. Did Slightly Homeless get banned as well? Free Johnny Somali. Okay. No, I don't know if he's getting freed. Anyway, guys, listen, it's been an awesome Kick Talk. As always, it's just super cool to be able to speak to Ice. He is a legend, an absolute legend in the live streaming space. He's back live tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune in and get him to maybe that 20K viewers we spoke about, showing a bit of love on his his cruise. What was it? Carnival cruise? Was it with like 7 different people? Sounds like it's gonna be pretty epic. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. It's a real honor to know that you guys are keen to come and sit here and talk about Kick and talk about live streaming and support us. So thanks heaps. Big shout out to Ice once again. Big shout out to Andrew for organizing these Kick talks. We'll be back next weekend, same time, same place, usual story. It'll be good as always. But yeah, hope you all have an amazing weekend. Let me quickly find someone to host real quickly. Let me take a look who's live. Who you guys think we should host? Host Kick. Oh, true. Kick is live. Oh, interesting. Well, we got 9.5 thousand people watching us. Jeez. Man, my stream normally gets like, this Kick Talk normally gets like 1K viewers. So I'm assuming like everyone else here is obviously part of like CX crew. So fucking shout out to CX. You guys are awesome. Yeah, it's the CX effect. I ain't even gonna try and pretend it's not the CX effect. Yeah, you guys show up in troves. It's insane. All right, I'll tell you what. Listen, we're gonna drop by the official Kick channel. Looks like they're out on stage, doing some kind of show. It looks awesome. Looks like we've got Red up there on stage. I didn't even know Kick had like an official channel, to be honest. This is sick. It's cool. Guys, show some love here. This is the official Kick channel. They are live at DreamHack. You know, so show them some love, see what's going on. Maybe you'll see Vagabond over there in the crowd. If you do see him, show him some love too. Does Eddie even pay attention to his company? I actually do. I pay a lot of attention to. I actually pay probably a bit too much attention. I like paying attention. W Eddie, thank you very much. All right, guys, have an amazing weekend. It's been really, really enjoyable reading all your chat messages. You guys are pretty fucking cool. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye, 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 bye. We're hosting Kick. We're hosting the official Kick channel. Join in and show them some love and see what they're up to. They're at DreamHack right now out in Atlanta. Catch you guys. Bye, bye, bye.